I lost myself too. And today I'm going to share how I started finding my way back. Because let's face it, one day you wake up and realize that you look like you have it all together on the outside, but you're completely exhausted, burnt out, and weary on the inside. And you realize something has to change. Hi, I'm Jodi Sensenig, and I help women reclaim themselves in their health, their business, and their lives. One of the first things that I did was to resign from the company that I had been partnered with for about 16 years. This seemed like a shocking decision to most, but I had been pondering this for several months prior to actually resigning. I truly burned out in a role that I believed in, that looked successful on the outside, but I was quietly dying on the inside. I had recognized I was pouring my heart and my soul into my clients, but by the end of the day, I had nothing left to give to my husband, myself, or anyone else for that matter. There was such tension between what I was teaching my clients and what I was actually living. Once I gave my resignation, I truly felt my body just completely exhale. Another thing I did was give myself time and space to just be and be okay with that, not constantly doing and performing and filling up space in my calendar with tasks, just actually sitting, noticing the birds, noticing the sun coming in the windows, recognizing that actually I could have a thought because I was also realizing I was on autopilot most of my day and just going through the motions of the day and realizing by the end of the day, I'd look back and think, what did I really accomplish today? What did I really do? And some things I couldn't even remember, again, because I was on autopilot. And if you're conditioned to believe that you always have to be doing, this may take some time, as it did for me. So give yourself some grace. The last major thing that I did was I actually got back into my Bible. Sure, I would open my Bible app daily and I would do devotion after devotion and check off that box and felt really good that I was following my spiritual journey. But something really significant occurred when I physically opened my Bible and turning the pages and underlying scripture and just really sitting with it and learning how to apply that. There was just a significant change that took place in me internally. And the Bible that I'm actually using is one that was given to me on June 7th, 1985 by my grandmother. And it had actually been what I needed during the season of my life. Because one of the things going through this process, one of the things that I also recognized is that I lost my identity in him. My identity was consumed in the outward things of life, of this world, the recognition, the performance, the chasing. Um, that's where my worth was coming from. When in all reality, I have everything that I need inside, and I just needed to reconnect that relationship and come back to that relationship with him because whew, is it exhausting otherwise when you're, like I said, going through that performing and that chasing, and not truly feeling fulfilled. So welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. And as we journey together in this season of reclaiming my health, my business, and my life. So thanks for joining me and take care.